Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Hollywood Vampires and their rendition of School's Out. Before that, I Got a Line, and dare I call him the head vampire, is on the phone right now. He's your nighttime host, Nights with Alice Cooper, Monday through Friday, 7 till midnight right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Cooper! How you doing, buddy?
How you guys doing? I'm sort of the oldest breed vampire there.
I think you're the vampire that got all the other vampires to come out of their coffin and put this together. And, buddy, I'm so happy for you. The album is fantastic.
Thank you. You know, it's a true tribute to all of our dead drunk friends. It's all the guys that we used to drink with. And I got together with Johnny Depp and Joe Perry, and I said, here's the nucleus of the band here. Why don't we do a really hard rock album, you know, and just do tribute to Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix and John Lennon and Harry Nilsson and T-Rex and all the guys that we drank with. I said, let's, you know, everybody said, let's do it.
And it came together. I know it was a 3-year process, and it came out last Friday, Alice. And what we did here at Vintage Sound, over the noon hour last Friday, we played the album in its entirety for everybody to hear.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, it's great. It's hard for me to say which track I like the best. I will say that your vocals on Jump Into the Fire and then that little bit of the lime and the coconut at the end.
Yeah.
Not.
Well, Harry Nilsson was almost the heart and soul of the Vampires. He was there every single night.
Wow.
And everybody, you know, he was everybody's best friend. Him and Keith Moon, you know. And, you know, after we got done, we were trying to think what song can we do of Harry's, because most of his stuff is ballady.
Right.
You know. And I said, Jump Into the Fire is actually pretty rock if we just take it and amp it up a little bit. And as soon as we finished playing it, Johnny Depp starts playing the little ding, 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 ding. You know, and it just went right into with the lime and the coconut, you know.
I'm glad that you kept that in there. And I've seen on social media, Instagram and Facebook, Alice, that you guys you're rehearsing a little bit because you have what, 2 shows on the books for the Vampires?
2 shows tomorrow night and the next night at the Roxy. They're all for charity.
Okay.
And Duff McKagan is playing bass with us, and Matt Sorum is playing drums, and everybody's going to join in. I mean, we got, you know, Perry Farrell's coming down, and Geezer Butler, and Tom Morello, and, you know, we just got a bunch of people coming down to jam with us. But the basis of the band is Joe Perry, Johnny Depp, myself, Matt Sorum, and Duff McKagan. And then whoever else shows up.
I was going to say, I know that Paul Stanley had that gig last weekend and Gene was in the crowd. I mean, really, it could be whoever's there if they want to come on stage. I'm assuming the Vampires are okay with that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you know, the songs we're doing, pretty much everybody knows. We do, you know, we kind of do our own versions of it, but, you know, if it's a guitar player, it would be easy for him to sit in.
Right.
You know, we got Zak Starkey's going to play drums on some of the Who stuff, and, you know, he plays drums with the Who now.
Right.
And he's Ringo's son.
Right.
And the crazy thing is Keith Moon was the one that taught him how to play drums.
It's unbelievable. And what I love is that you guys are doing the show September 24th, Rock in Rio, and then you're also helping out the Starkey Hearing Foundation, which over the years, I can't believe this, Alice, they've donated 1.8 million free hearing aids to people in need. That's incredible.
It really is. And it was a funny thing because I had met this guy at a golf tournament at Bob Hope's house.
Wow.
Bill Clinton did this big dinner, and I was sitting next to him. And he was this big, tall guy that was telling me about all these hearing aids that they were giving out, all, you know, in Africa and South America and all these, India. And for the first time, these kids are hearing their mother talk, or they're hearing what a cow sounds like, you know. And so when this thing came up that they were going to sponsor this thing in Rock in Rio with us, I said, I know this guy. You know, it was kind of like something that was destined to happen. So 30 kids are going to be hearing for the first time in South America.
Wow. And
the first thing they're going to hear is the Hollywood Vampires.
Oh, my gosh, that is incredible. So you're going to...
I think they're all going to listen to it for 1 minute and go, I'm blind!
They're going to be like, if this is what I've been missing out on, I don't know if this is that good. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right, no. Well, I think it's great. And for me, Alice, you know, this is the second time I've chatted with you on the radio, and I interviewed Joe Perry earlier this year, and he was kind of hinting at the Hollywood Vampires, but he wouldn't say anything. What I'm getting at, Alice, is all I need from you is Johnny Depp's phone number, and I'll have talked to all the vampires. So,
yeah, you know, Johnny right now is just got back. He's promoting, you know, Black Mass.
Right.
Which I think is going to be his Mona Lisa when it comes to his acting. You know, I mean, I think he's one of these. They're already mentioning him as, you know, Academy Award nomination things. And that's so great for him, because we know him as a guitar player.
Right.
You know, I mean, we know of all of his movies, of course, but to us, he's our guitar player.
And not only that, Alice, I mean, he's got some chops, right? I mean, we know.
Oh, no, he could play with anybody.
Right.
He could go up and play with the Rolling Stones. He could play with us. He could play with Aerosmith. Anybody. He's one of those guitar players that you would want him in your band.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I'm impressed with his work on the Hollywood Vampires record. If you're just tuning in, that's Alice Cooper on the radio right now. Alice, the insert on the CD, it's very stylish. Now, you worked with John, what is it, Varvatos? How do you say his last name?
Yeah, Varvatos. Yeah,
okay.
He's basically a clothes guy, but he's a Detroit rock and roll guy. If you want to know anything about rock and roll, he's basically a historian. But he just happens to be probably the clothier to most of the rock stars out there.
Right. And I know he's been your friend for a while, and the whole thing just looks great. It sounds fantastic. You have the 2 shows, and then you go into Rio, and then back on the road with Motley Crue. I got to see you in Chicago on August 8th, and the show is fantastic as always. Now, you're kind of booked through the end of the year. You ever going to take a vacation or what?
Well, this 3 weeks off that we have right now,
right.
We've been on the road for 300 days this year.
Holy cow.
And, or in the 300 days, since when we started this. And this 3 weeks was supposed to be 3 weeks off, but of course it ended up being that was the perfect time for us to do this, the Hollywood Vampires thing.
Right.
So as soon as this is over, I go right back out with Motley till December.
Unbelievable. Well, I got to tell you, it was so great to see you live and then to say hi after the show. And then you show up on Fox and Friends in the morning. And, I know that was early for you guys, but you sounded fantastic. When you do things like that, Alice, is it just another day, or did you have to prepare a little bit more? You're going to be on television like that.
This band, the band that I'm working with right now, well, you saw them in August, they're the tightest band I've ever worked with. And they could get up at 4 in the morning and do the same show that we do every night at 9 o'clock. It's a full show. They're that good. And so, to me, it makes it really easy. If somebody says you're going to be on network TV at 7 in the morning, everybody just kind of goes, okay, no problem.
I love it. I love that mentality. And coming back to the Hollywood Vampires, I interviewed Dennis Dunaway a few months ago when he had the book that came out. And getting to work with him, I know he joined you on stage at a show in New York. It seems like the relationship with Dennis is good still, obviously, right?
Oh, it still is. Neil and Dennis and I are still best of friends. Mike is hard to find.
Right.
Mike Bruce is. But Dennis's book is really a funny book, and it's really, really kind of goes deep into what Alice Cooper, how it started and where it went and everything like that. But Dennis is still my oldest friend.
I love it.
I mean, we were friends when we were 12 years old.
His stories are great. The book is so good. Buddy, I love talking to you. I know you're busy. Before I let you go, though, Halloween is your holiday. It's on a Saturday this year. Are you playing a show that night? What's Alice Cooper doing on Halloween?
We're in London. Yeah, we're playing shows in London. What do you think the 2 big costumes are going to be this year? I'm guessing Trump.
Right.
And Caitlyn Jenner.
I was thinking about combining them both. What do you think? Could I do it?
That's a great idea. Make the bottom half Caitlyn and the top half Trump.
I think it's a great idea. Oh, that
is a great idea.
Right? Last year I went as the bearded lady, Kathy Bates' character from American Horror Story, and people loved it.
Oh, that's great.
Right? I could totally pull it off.
Yeah. This year it's going to be Lady Gaga.
I know. I can't wait to see that show. It's going to be so good. Well, buddy, I love that you're doing all this. The Hollywood Vampires. Everybody, go buy the record, download it, whatever. See the tour with Motley Crue, and then you still, Alice, somehow Monday through Friday, 7 till midnight for us here on Vintage Sound Nights with Alice Cooper, the radio show. I don't know how you do it all.
I would never miss my nighttime show.
Well, I want you to know that in Muscatine, Iowa, where you're on the radio right now, buddy, people adore you, and that I truly appreciate having your radio show on with us, the Hollywood Vampires record, and everything that you do for us. You're a good friend to have.
Oh, well, thank you, and, I'm going to get some of the vampires on the radio show, so there'll be some interviews coming up, too.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing that, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun with the Vampires shows, and have a great time in Brazil, by the way. If you need me to come, tell Kyler I could be the Frankenstein if you need it. I'm 6'5".
Everybody wants that gig.
Right. It's a good one to have. Alice Cooper, we'll see you on the radio at 7 o'clock tonight. Have a fantastic day, buddy.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Bye.
See you, buddy. Bye.